Welcome to Forbes Talks Shop, the series where we sit down with fascinating people to uncover the products and rituals that fuel their success. Today, we're joined by Amy Liu, entrepreneur, beauty authority, and world-renowned skin saver. We'll talk about the products that fuel her mornings, the tools that keep her at the top of her game, and the unexpected essentials she carries every day. Let's get into it. Amy, thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to have you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to get into all things Tower 28. So let's go. Tell me first and foremost why you decided to start the brand and what inspired you.
Yeah, so I've been a beauty executive for 23 years now, not that anyone's counting. And I've had eczema even longer than that, if you can imagine it. And one of the things I was always looking for as somebody who was working in the beauty industry was for products that were not only clean, but safe for sensitive skin. And actually, it was pretty hard to find things that were not only clean, not only safe for sensitive skin, but also that made me feel like cool. And I think a lot of times when you have an issue like eczema, which for me is a chronic ongoing issue, it becomes almost more of a lifestyle to need to use products that are clean and safe for sensitive skin, as opposed to like, for some people, it is something that happens to you and you kind of reach for your Aveeno oatmeal bath and then you are better and you go back to your regular routine. And I just think that nowadays we have lifestyle things where the world is what the world is today, and actually like there's more autoimmune issues today than there ever have been. I think our bodies are like literally in like fight or flight.
Yes.
And it comes out in everyone a little bit in a different way. For me, it happens to be eczema. And so I really wanted a brand that does all of the things I want beauty to do, which are aspiration, fun, high performance, but then also fit my own kind of lifestyle needs of being clean and safe for sensitive skin.
And that you accomplished.
Yeah.
So tell me what you're working on now that's really exciting to you.
So we have a pretty exciting collab that just came out with Poppy, and even being here was really fun, and seeing Allison, we're friends. And we've kind of grown up together as founders, which is really fun. And then she actually has eczema. She gets it a lot on her eyelids too. And so they have a limited edition flavor called Cranberry Fizz that they come out with during the holidays. And we thought how fun for us to do a limited edition kit inspired by that. So that's what we just launched. So it has a lip jelly in it that is in the same flavor as her Cranberry Fizz, and then a shade too, a shade of blush.
Amazing. What's been your most successful product to date?
Our number one selling product is our SOS spray, and the active ingredient is called hypochlorous acid, and it's essentially an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory spray that is 100% gentle and 100% natural. So it's one of those things that it's weird because it's super effective, but yet super gentle.
So let's get into routine a little bit because I know you have a lot going on and your days are very packed. Tell me how you start your mornings. Walk me through what that looks like. And
it's funny you said walk me through because I actually do walk. So I start every morning the same way. I go on a walk every morning, and I think it's really, I would tell you, I wish I could tell you that I woke up and I did not look at my phone. I do look at my phone first thing in the morning, but I am trying not to do that as much. And I start every day with a walk with my husband and my dog. And I do really pay attention to my steps. So I try to do, my 10,000 steps a day. But I really find that starting the day that way just helps me like clear my head. It helps me get in my body a little bit more, and just like feel small in the world, which I think is really important. Like to feel like you're in nature and surrounded by things that are bigger than you.
Love that. Are you a coffee or a tea girl?
100% coffee.
Same.
And probably too much. Pretty caffeinated right this minute, in fact.
Same.
But yeah, I also have to force myself to drink water before I drink coffee.
That is really hard, isn't it? You want to go straight to the coffee.
Yeah, I do often. I would say that this morning I did.
Exactly, me too. And then how do you kind of set yourself up for your day? So you've had your coffee, you've done your walk, you've like started your mornings. Then what does your day look like?
I mean, I'm pretty back to back, if I'm being honest. My schedule is pretty much determined for the most part. And I like being busy. I think the thing I try to do is to also be present. That's actually pretty hard. And so I think a lot of that just comes with reminding yourself and being, I think no matter what you do, they call it work for a reason.
Yeah,
And
true.
like, I don't care if you, I mean, I remember when I was starting this, I was like, I just want to start my own company so I can like own my own time. And like, the truth is, I don't really think I own my own time. Like, whether it's my retailer, my employees, my customer, I have a lot of accountability to other people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also feel like how lucky I am that that's the case, right? I have a lot of agency to control, but at the same time, I do feel like I'm in service.
Yeah. And then what does your office desk setup look like?
I mean, I'm generally at the office. We're currently, so we were living in the Palisades earlier this year. Now we live in Venice, which I don't have, like, we're renovating. So my home life is actually kind of a hot mess, which is a long way of saying I like to go to the office because at least at the office, I have like my desk, I have my monitor, I have, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's just separation. I think separation, I don't really believe in balance, but I do try to have some clear separation in my life between work and home because my husband's my CFO too, and so like there's a lot of boundaries that get blurred.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, that's good. And then if you're going into a day where you have a big investor meeting or some sort of like very important thing happening at the office, what are you wearing that day? What is your wardrobe look
Oh,
like?
I do enjoy, as you can tell, a power suit.
Love that.
I particularly really love wearing color too. I think color feels. I actually, in my day to day life, I'm pretty boring. I wear like
Are you?
I wear like denim, black, white, gray, cream, navy, like pretty muted actually. And so there is something about putting on color that is almost like my Sasha Fierce, where I'm like, okay, I'm showing up right now and I'm being bold. And I'm like, so I do, I think about it as, and I think about it with makeup too, right? Like, I think
Mm-hmm.
so. One of the things I love about makeup is that beauty products, I think it can almost be like an armor or it can make you feel more confident in your own skin, which is what I love so much about it. And for me, like putting on a red lip, which, you know, is so great, or like a great, like mascara, whatever. These things just make you feel more like yourself in a lot of ways.
Tell me one tool that you could not do your job without.
I mean, I hate to say my phone.
Everyone says that. I mean, it is
I think is
essential.
it not everybody's. I think communication is so important, and for me, I guess what the phone represents is communication, not just with my team, which is super important, and my customers, my retailers, but it's also like that feedback loop of the actual end consumer
Yeah.
and seeing like how they're picking up what we're putting down is really important.
And what's in your setup that makes you feel the most productive?
Productive. I mean, I really wish I wasn't that person who likes to check things off of a box. But I do. I
great.
still am the person who writes down my to-do list. I write things a lot in my notes app as well, but I do love a good checkbox.
Love that. Tell me what you always have with you in terms of products that really help to streamline your travel and make packing easier and your life in general when you're on
You
the
don't mean
road.
beauty products, you mean just general
Anything.
products? I mean, so you're actually catching me towards the end of a very long travel trip. So this is, I think I'm on at the end of 3 weeks right now, which I don't normally do this much travel. So it's a good time to be asking me. I think my headphones and a battery, like an extra battery charger, are super important, especially when you're out and about all day. Because again, the phone is a thing. Our SOS spray is a product that I keep in my purse at all times because it really is antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. So especially when you're planes, trains, and automobiles, like going into, you know, Ubers and into airplanes where there's circulated air and you're just sort of like you're changing temperatures. Like I just came from Dubai in the desert
Oh
where it was
gosh.
like literally it was 100 degrees at 9 p.m. And then I was in London where it was like 55 degrees. So like it's just been a little bit all over the place, and I think your skin has a hard time adapting to kind of,
Definitely.
and even the air conditioning going in and out. So our SOS spray is a huge lifesaver for me in that sense.
And how do you get good sleep when you travel? Are you like a
Oh
sound
my
machine
God.
person? Are you like earbuds?
This is a really appropriate question for me because I am also perimenopausal and have done nothing about it. But I have a hard time sleeping in general. And when I'm traveling, I have found that the combination of jet lag and that has been actually pretty trying for me. So I am now on a cocktail of magnesium, ashwagandha, and melatonin, and that seems to be helping.
Okay, great. Let's get into creativity. So your industry and your job is very fueled in creativity. Where do you find your inspiration?
Yeah, I think inspiration honestly comes from the end consumer for me. I think the more that I can be in touch with what's going on in their lives, the more I can understand it. So for instance, we every year, so I'm on the board of the National Eczema Association. We have a scholarship that we actually, a name scholarship that we give to the NEA as well. And this year, the scholarship went towards attendees of their expo. And the expo is kind of like this congregation of the largest congregation of people who suffer from eczema in the world. It's like thousands of people and their caretakers and all of the people who work in eczema, whether you're talking about a dermatologist or a toxicologist, they all kind of come together in this place. And the thing that I really was so inspired by was meeting the person who had the most extreme version of what my customer is, like the person who's never been able to wear makeup, the person who suffers so deeply from this illness that I have, but I don't have it the way, like I've never been hospitalized. I've never been and frankly, I didn't know how bad it could be.
Yeah, I actually
And
didn't know that either.
so eczema is environmental, genetic, like the reasons you get it are kind of several, but the common denominator is it is an overproduction of staph, so basically bacteria, which is why if you can control the bacteria, but if you don't control it, it can become an infection. And then you can get staph, sepsis, you can get hospitalized because your whole body can become overloaded, right? So there's a lot of really negative kind of byproducts of having eczema that can happen. And so one of the things that happened at this expo recently was I was there and I was meeting these people who suffer so deeply, and they were coming to me and telling them how much what we do in terms of the products that we make, but also just making them feel seen and heard in a way that feels so, I don't have a better word for it, but cool, right? Like, it's like we're not like a brand that's sold on like the bottom shelf of CVS, right? We're a brand that's sold at Sephora that they also get to see like Hailey Bieber use and Khloe Kardashian and Kate Hudson using. And so there's that really powerful combination of the way that you can make people feel, I think, more comfortable in their own skin. And so what that led us to is we're actually, next weekend, we are having an ad that's coming out in the New York Times, and we are doing a casting call for people who have sensitive skin. And I think that's been something that's really cool to me, is being inspired by that actual consumer and then trying to do more to make them feel like they're part of what we do.
And what about, are you a book podcast girl?
I mean, ironically, or not ironically, coincidentally, I am really a podcast girl. So like I said, I like to go on walks. And so it's easy to listen to a podcast while I walk or I clean the house or whatever.
Any favorites?
So many. I'm really liking the Emma Grede Aspire podcast. That's one of my favorites for sure. I like Mel Robbins, like everybody else in the world. Diary of a CEO. If I am in the right mind space for it and I can handle the time, Acquired is very good. Those podcasts are like 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to be like really committed
Used
to
to
it.
be on a flight to Europe.
Yeah. I love How I Built This. I even like the Amy Poehler Good Hang. I like so many of them.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into evening routine a little bit. So how do you unwind at the end of the day, and what are the tools and tricks that you use for really de-stressing after a stressful day?
So my kids are a great distressor because they just require attention, which is nice because it forces you to get out of your own head. I do my skincare routine, which for me is, I clean my skin every night I really do use our products. So I use our cleanser, I use our SOS spray, I use our moisturizer. I also add to it like exfoliators. I add once in a while, I'll use like a retinol or something like that. vitamin C. I really love Shani Darden products. And I really love Mara Beauty products too. So I do all of my skincare routine. And then the thing I actually really love doing now is I love listening to a podcast and falling asleep with a red light machine on.
Which one?
I have the Saluma. It helps me fall asleep, and then I wake up at some point in the middle of the night and I throw it off. But I actually feel like don't look right now, but when I use it really consistently, I really do notice a difference.
What do you really do to de-stress? Is there are you a workout girl? How do you unwind?
God, I wish I was. I wish I could, sometimes I think some people are very good about, that I know have their go-to treat or their way of doing, I don't have a glass of wine to unwind. I'm not a drinker, really. I'm not someone who goes out and gets a tattoo every time I do something.
Yeah.
So I don't have a collection like that. I think for me, it's just people.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky that I feel like I have an amazing husband, an amazing family. And I feel like it's just reminding yourself why you do all the stuff that you do that makes it worthwhile.
That's a great answer. All right, let's get into a fun game of this or that.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Pilates class or strength training?
Oh, Pilates. I really like Pilates. Although probably lately I've been doing more strength training.
Really?
Even though I really enjoy Pilates, ever since I moved, I haven't found a new Pilates studio. But there's so many of them, I should just try.
In LA, for sure.
I know. I don't know why I haven't done it. It's just the friction of going to do it, where the strength training, I have a trainer that comes only once a week, but he comes once a week and he will force me to do strength training.
Which is essential. Just force me to do it.
Yes.
Weekends unplugged or weekends catching up?
Unplugged. I actually get pretty cranky if I work on the weekend.
Do you?
Yes.
As you should.
Yeah.
Pen and paper to-do list or productivity app?
Pen and paper.
Me too. Mascara or lipstick?
Oh, mascara.
Foundation or tinted moisturizer?
Tinted moisturizer. This is easy.
Beach or mountains?
Beach. Tower 28.
Coffee or matcha?
Coffee.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Heels or flats?
Oh, I love heels, but I just have a harder time doing it.
Me
But
too.
I love heels much more, but I wear flats now more.
Same. Tailored suit or classic black dress?
Oh, tailored suit.
Expansive nighttime skincare routine or short and simple?
So I do, this is ABC, I'm picking C. I do what they call skin cycling. So I do on, off, off. So I'll do a more extensive routine and then I'll let my skin rest.
Interesting. I
And
like
that you're not just constantly peppering it
Yeah,
with actives, because I think your skin gets used to things.
true.
And so if you can let it rest in between and then stimulate it again, then it just doesn't get so used to it.
Awesome. Amy, thank you so much for joining us today. This was
so fun.
It's great to have you.
That was fun and easy.
Yes. Thank you. We've linked Amy's go-to products below so you can explore more of them for yourself. And if you want more conversations like this, hit subscribe and join us for the next episode of Forbes Talks Shop.